Welcome back. Cool. You're selected from within the war room. Looking over, you see kind of a ranger type. A girl with double braids come down in front of her chest in leathers. Spear in one hand, holding kind of a net over top of her other shoulder. She peers up from under her cowl and sizes you up. Cole, we will have you approach down this hall. You will arrive at the gate. There will be a gate behind you that shuts. You will wait for the announcer. As this is the opening fight, it might take a bit longer. We have to introduce the rite itself. Egret, you will take the right hall. Same situation. When that gate rises, you will be introduced to the crowd. Don't be afraid to put on a good show. That is what we are here for.
Cole would walk up to Egret and hold his hand out to her. Do a good fight.
Same to you. Shakes hands. You're led away to your respective halls. The crew, you guys are led up a series of steps, exiting the dimly lit war room into a lower balcony area where you can see out into the pit. The crowd, excited. An announcer at the helm of the wall that is beset against the circle, the stone wall. All of the nobles of the circle sat there to observe the games. The announcer in his robes with both hands kind of tucked away in his sleeves. This mutton-chopped man with these braided, long mutton chops on either side, and this slightly balding but pulled back ponytail. Welcome to the 311th biannual celebration of the Rite. The crowd cheering away at this. May we bring in a good harvest for the winter. May our hearths be warm, our hearts welcoming, and our loved ones safe for the winter. Blood will be spilled. May it warm the soil, appease the cold of the winter wind. And if a blow be fatal, may we not relish in it in excitement, but cherish it in reverence. And the crowd quiets for a moment. And the sound of reverence. Welcome to the arena! The crowd picks up again. He gestures to each of the gates. They're hoist up. Cole, in that dark room, the light shines in, almost blinding. The sound of the crowd setting the pace of your own heart. If you will turn your attention to our combatants. Over here we have a new fighter. A newcomer. Known as Cool the Subtle. The crowd cheers in excitement at the sight of you as you step out into the arena. And to some a fan favorite, the crowd starts to cheer already, Egrid the Trapper! Hailing from Halsey, an incredible huntress, renowned for her finesse and skill in restraining her opponents. The crowd cheers once more. Are you ready? Egrid immediately raises up her spear in the one hand, twirls the net. May the rite begin. Fighters, appease! Egrid struts forward a few paces, kind of lunging back and forth, ready for the fight. Roll initiative.
Should we bet on them?
You should. Absolutely.
I just rolled nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, let me get to hers first. Where did that go? Oh no, Sag. Let me get this back set up. Edit. There we go.
Thank you for the raid, Kaz.
Hey, Kaz the DM, thank you for the raid, party of 8. Hey, hope you had a good stream. We are about to do an arena fight. Seth, right here, is about to fight one of the participants. It's a bracketed tournament that's going on right now. He is fighting Egrid the Trapper. You rolled a nat 20, my dude. Of course, D&D Beyond is being a fuckface, so there's that. But what is your total with a nat 20 on initiative?
My total with a nat 20 is 25.
25. That all?
That's all.
That all? Let me roll hers.
A little bit different from +1 ace, man.
Yep, not going to be the same for her. You will go first.
Okay, what is the distance between us?
As you guys exit the gate, you're about 30 feet away.
30 feet away. Okay. I would like to move up to her. We're not having combat. A battle map, right? Okay.
Circle.
That's fine. That's fine. Moving up 10 feet. I am going to make a ranged attack with my spear and throw it to her. Actually, yes. Throwing it to her, and then after it's thrown, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to get to her.
Okay. Roll your attack for the spear.
21.
21 does hit.
Okay.
She tries to, as she runs forward herself, she kind of dodge stepping this way and that with her shield kind of out in front of her, spear ready. She's dangling the net that she was holding over her shoulder on the end of her spear, kind of twirling it like she's ready to toss it, essentially, but dodges into your spear, and as it makes contact, grazes one of her shoulders. Roll your damage on the spear.
Yes. Okay. We are going to do 21 points of damage.
21 points of damage.
Go
ahead.
As Cole gets into her face, is he able to grab the spear? Would it be like stuck in her or close to her to make another attack, or?
Are you going to use your ability to just return it? Because that's a thing.
Wait, I can't return it on the same round.
Yes, so in that case, it would, throwing it was one of the actions. I think that's kind of the trade-off that we gave, is like, it does more if you throw it. It's a high risk, high reward type thing. So yeah, you would have to make your consecutive attacks with something else.
Okay. Then with doing so, my longsword that is at my hilt, I would pull it out in a slashing motion towards her. Does that work?
That works. Roll for attack.
Okay. All right, we got an 18 plus 8, so 26.
That'll hit. Roll your damage.
$13 points of damage.
Reeling from the spear throw that hits her solid in the shoulder, kind of causes her to lose her balance a little bit. She doesn't see it coming as you unsheath your sword in a slash, dealing 13 points of slashing damage with that.
And then as my bonus action, I would like to go into my patient defense, which as a bonus action, I can use the dodge, which will have her attacks be at disadvantage.
Okay. Is it all attacks or just the next attack?
So I was looking this up, and dodge action, it states that you are looking to avoid all attacks that are coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say all, but that is DM's discretion.
Let me look at something here. A new character we haven't figured out all the kinks with yet.
While you look that up, would you like to make a wager?
Go ahead and make a wager.
Aurelia, would you like to place a friendly bet? We can do money, clothes, or secrets.
Always secrets.
Okay. Who do you want to win?
Who do I want to win?
Or should I say favorite to win?
I hope Cole wins. I'll bet with Cole.
Okay. I will go for the trapper.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously you just have to expend your key point for that. So make sure you do that.
Correct.
With your
Yep.
So, it's just a key point. Let's see here. Yep, that'll do it. And now it will be her turn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. With that, she will do almost a somersault backwards, and then as she's spinning around the net, it unhinges from her spear and attempts to make contact with you as I roll for an attack.
With her moving back, does she have some sort of ability that doesn't allow opportunity attack? Okay. Just double checking.
Yep. Oh wait, I gotta roll disadvantage. That is a... Let me see what her plus is. Is a 19 to hit total for the disadvantage. 19. The net just
misses.
Goes right past. And so 19 misses. That's your armor class.
I have a plus 21 when I'm holding one of my Kensai weapons. I have a plus
A plus
2.
21.
So, yeah, plus 21. Yeah.
Literal.
I'm actually untouchable.
He's made of obsidian. He's
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
solid.
Sorry, I'm
sheet of
sorry.
rock.
My yeah. My bad.
When you're holding one or both? Oh man,
One.
we have so much to figure out with this. Which
One,
what ability is this?
Let me find it for you, sir. It's
If
okay.
you make an
I
unarmed, you never
understand.
made an unarmed strike, so that is not applied. If you make an unarmed strike as part of the attack action on your turn and are holding a Kinsei weapon, you gain a +2 to AC. So make sure you figure those kinks out before we add things.
Unarmed.
So it will hit.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. No. That's fine. Yep.
Let's see. Yep. So you would have to have made a unarmed strike with that for that to have applied.
Okay.
So with that, roll me a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw. Okay. And it's not Dex.
Actually, wait, no, it's a strength check. My bad.
Okay.
So the
That is
attack
going to
did
be-
land, so it is like the net is on you. It's just determining if you're how much it is affecting you.
17.
17. The net lands on you and you're able to brush it off as it lands over to the side. As you're doing that, she comes in with the spear, almost sliding forward with it, overextending herself with the spear. Let me just roll. Oh, wrong. Yep, that's it. Nope. Still at disadvantage. It's an 18 to hit with that. Will not hit. Okay. Hey, so there's a 19 to hit with her second attack rather. Still at disadvantage. 15 and 12. One attack will land with the piercing, but it is with one hand. You will take 11 points of piercing damage. As she, in quick succession, stabs with the spear. You dodge 2 of them. One of them makes contact. 11 points of piercing damage. And that will end her turn.
Okay. Well. Let's do. We're gonna just do 3 attacks.
Do your 3 attacks.
First attack is 14 plus 8, so
That'll
22. Second attack is 16 to hit.
16 does not hit.
Okay. And third attack is 18 to hit.
18 does hit.
Okay. So 2 hits. Okay. Okay. First hit is going to be 11 points of damage.
Alrighty. What is this weapon that you're attacking with? The sword? Longsword?
Both my spears. Or
Both-
my spear
both.
twice.
Both are spear. Okay. Cool.
Yep, both are my spear. Yep. And the second hit is 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. You return her spear stabs with your own spear stabs in almost a more trained kata than her kind of reckless jabs, dealing strong blows.
Yeah, as a kind of a flashy way at the beginning of the round, I'm sorry, I was excited to hit. Cole kind of raises his hand and the spear appears and he grabs it like almost out of thin air before attacking.
Alrighty. You see that electrostatic form around the spear. Kind of catches her off guard just a little bit, seeing that that bit of flare. She's looking a little nervous, but it's like sizing you up, trying to figure out how she's going to win this. It's definitely determined. Ready, set, crit. Thank you for the raid. Hope you had an awesome stream. We're in the middle of an arena fight, a bracketed tournament to bring in the winter. And that brings it to her turn. She's given up on the net usage. She is going to kind of step aside with a spear over her spear, behind the head, stab, 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 and a decorative flourish. 3 attacks. These not with disadvantage, as you do not have patient defense anymore, correct?
Correct.
Did you do the unarmed strike at the end, or negative? So you...
I did not do the unarmed strike, so I am at 19.
A firm. That is a 21. That is a 9. That is a 20. 2 of the strikes will land
2
true.
hits.
11 points of damage. 13 points of damage. Piercing. The one behind the head catches you off guard. She whips it back around, slides it against the spear with this precision, and another one comes in. You're now, taking these 2 blows. You're feeling this last one in kind of a flourish. You parry your sword around and block that last spear jab. That ends her turn. Your turn.
Okay. I am going to do... two attacks with my spear, and then the third attack will be with flurry of blows.
Cool.
First one is a 18.
18 will hit.
Second attack, 16 plus 8, so 24.
That'll hit.
And then just for 15 plus 8 for flurry of blows.
Yep. Flurry
of blows.
Furry blows.
All right, first hit is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Second hit is 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage. She's looking pretty hurt.
And then my third hit with flurry of blows will be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. With that does activate your agile parry, doesn't it? Because you did make unarmed strikes with flurry of blows.
No, yep. Don't say it. Say it.
Don't say it.
Flurry of blows.
Furry of blows. Furry blows, yes.
Furry blows.
And with that, ooh, you're looking pretty hurt, aren't you? You guys are pretty damn close. It's her turn. But you got that 21 AC.
Yeah, my AC was not accurate on D&D Beyond. It is now.
What was it?
It was 40.
Your AC or your health isn't?
My health. My health wasn't.
Okay. I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. I was scrolling on my mouse and it keeps moving it down.
And I was like, dang, he's looking pretty hurt. Well, you're about to be. That's going to be 3 attacks with the spear. She's dancing around, almost doing these pirouettes with it. Only one of the strikes lands true. She gets a little too flashy with it. A 25 breaks through. The 13 and the 10 do not. And with that single spear strike, 12 points of piercing damage as she dances around, finally finds a break in your defense and lunges the spear in swiftly. Impressive fighting that you're kind of proud of to see, especially with like a spear, something that you're kin to see.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. How is she looking? I'm sorry.
Pretty damn hurt.
Okay. Knowing that, I'm just going to make 3 spear attacks. Right. First hit. We're doing 12 plus 8, so dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
14 plus 8, so 24.
That'll hit.
And third hit is 17 plus 8.
That will hit. Roll your damages.
Let's do this. First hit, we've got 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. You catch this
Second
glimmer
hits.
as that first strike makes contact, this glimmer of panic in her eyes. Second attack, roll the damage.
Second attack is going to be 12 points of damage.
12 points of damage. With that, this second strike coming in, she and then gets to one knee, raises up the spear, lowers her head in a flinch. Up to you whether you land that third strike or recognize this yield.
With doing so, with seeing her yield, start to yield, he would go in with the spearhead and then in a swift 180 flip the spear around and hit basically the ankle of the leg, sweeping her to the ground and having the spear kind of basically pointing at her head.
With that laying on her back, she drops her shield, drops her sword or her spear, and raises her hands in the air, and then smirks, nods at you. The crowd, with this final takedown, goes wild to see this victory.
Cole would reach a hand out to help her up and say...
She struggles with her consciousness and... good fighter.
Your skills with the spear was impressive. Thank you for that.
I have a lot I could learn from you. Well done.
And a lot I could learn from you. As he would help her back to the
As she kind of struggles to stand, she raises your arm up in the air. The crowd cheers even more at your victory. The announcer, and our winner, Cole the Subtle, with a not-so-subtle victory. Let's hear it! And the crowd cheers. They're led out. The sand is kind of removed of the blood, and they rework the sand to prepare it for the next fight. It is another group, just for expediency's sake, another group. 2 fighters that go at it. You guys waiting in the war room. Anything you'd like to say before and after? As you are waiting for your next fights.
Two.
Oh.
Just all of you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Certainly not.
She
down on your
almost had you.
skills.
Well done. One down.
I was very impressed to fight somebody with such spearmanship.
How are you feeling?
As he kind of points at some of the scratches and stabs. I could use a little bit. I could use my potions if you want to.
No.
I was gonna say, if we wait till your brother fights, I can get you both at the same time. I have some area type heals.
Likewise, and I'm thinking the same thing. Might as well expend. What's the phrase? Most bang for your coin or something like that. I can't remember.
Okay.
See some of the fighters come on in after their bout is over. The organizer comes in. All right, now, Elwyn the Large versus Varsheg the Veteran.
Oh God, he's gonna kill that old man. As Cole's like, you can see him genuinely starting to panic as he's like running over to Rowan, like,
Just
Have you seen him? And Rowan's gonna point to the veteran.
Rowan.
Grizzled old man, but definitely got some old man strength and a good fighter spirit about him. Not one to be
Fair.
underestimated.
Feel free.
5 times. Well, you'll get to that. We'll get to that.
It's alright. There's nothing we can do, unfortunately. Once they pick it, there's no changing. So.
Aurelia, I choose him this time. Carnage. Okay.
Fine. Okay.
What are you guys betting?
Secret.
Secrets.
Everyone's welcome to bet too.
Party led out to their seating arrangement. You guys can walk and talk.
I will definitely take my brother on this one. I just hope it's not too gory.
I hope it is.
And now for the next fight! We have the fan favorite, the hero of Agvadel, 5-time champion of the right, Varsheg the Veteran! The crowd goes wild, absolutely just familiar with him. It's been a while since he's won, but he has won throughout the years of his participation 5 different times. The scars to show it. He's very calm. He just kind of sways back and forth. He has a round shield in one hand and long sword in the other. And another new participant. The indomitable, the menacing Elwyn the Large. Elwyn walks in, axe over his shoulder. The crowd, just by the sheer look of him, is kind of going crazy just to see this behemoth of a man walk in. The right continues! As they walk in, you see as Varsheg, the veteran, paces around in a circular motion, spiraling towards Elwyn. Elwyn walks towards the center and just turns to face as the veteran comes in closer. The veteran quickly with his shield, Elwyn slams the great axe down into the dirt. Sand goes splashing up from the ground. The veteran comes in quickly with a slice, catches him on the shoulder. He picks it from the dirt again. A swiping motion. The veteran jumps it. Then again, swinging all the way around, Elwyn, another swing. This time he rolls underneath the veteran. He takes a swipe, cuts at the calves of Elwyn. Elwyn at this point falls to a knee, and then again the veteran stab towards the neck of Elwyn. Elwyn's able to dodge out of the way. He picks himself up with the great axe over his head, slams it down again. With that, the veteran with the shield over his head to block it, not able to move out of the way of this one. It shatters the shield. You see his arm actually broke. The left arm broken with the force of that. He, as it dangles, just split at the bone. He comes across with his sword and swipes away the great axe. It only moves a little bit, but enough for him to slide his blade into the chest of Elwyn. Elwyn with that takes his great axe again over and around his head. Varsheg, the veteran, is cut in half at the waist.
I don't think Healing Word is gonna fix that one.
The crowd,
I don't think Gentle
at first, seeing the fights go to blow, and then Varsheg, the veteran, cleaved in half. He slams his axe into the ground. It's eerily quiet.
Um,
That reverence, that takes toll.
the crowd,
Would I be stopped
audience.
if I attempted to go?
There's probably not much you would be able to do.
That's true. I could preserve the top half of his body, maybe.
Missing vital organs.
Our victor, Elwyn the Large! A moment of reverence. Thank you for participating, crowd. It happens. A fatal blow is dealt during the 311th rite. It has been 20 years since our last incident. An omen! The earth accepts the offering of life. A good harvest!
I am so ready to fucking jump down there and grab him and run. Like, well, we gotta skip town now. I knew that was coming.
With that, some of the hands come out. They wrap up the parts of the body. They carry them out. Elwyn is kind of like he's looking around, like he's nervous, but then as the crowd kind of just hushed a little bit, but still cheering a little bit. It's an awkward, like, do we celebrate? What the fuck? One of the crew members, after he turns away from the body being taken away, turns to Elwyn and raises his hand, and with that he raises the great axe over his head, and the crowd just goes wild. Like, what a sight to see. 20 years since the last incident.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a lot of damage.
Goodbye, the veteran. The one attack that lands.
Nothing like the fan favorite getting taken out in the first round and literally taken out.
Cut in half.
In pieces, yes.
Elwyn returns to the war room.
I could taunt you.
I mean,
I told you to take it easy.
He got me pretty good. If he was still alive, I would shake his hand. Too soon.
Too soon. And he's gonna like literally point at a corner. Go sit down. Get your.
He goes over, sits down. He's got some scrapes and stuff, but he's actually looking like decently okay. But he's a tank. So there's that.
Cole would walk over to Rowan. I'm sorry.
Or
Well, I told you I was worried, and then it happened, and now there's a death, and I just don't want your people to kill us.
I'm gonna pause and hear the roar of the crowd. I don't think that's the case today.
Okay, cool. As he's gonna like pat him on the shoulder and turn around and go back to Elwyn. Like, oh my god, what the fuck?
after that presentation, would they really think they'd be able to?
No way.
Here.
People, this is what we thrive for. This is something you expect when you sign up for the right. Death. It's a possibility. Just for entertainment.
And with that, a few more fights are had. Rowan waiting in anticipation for your fight.
Just sitting there bouncing his leg. Just cross.
2.
Just bouncing.
3 fights. Another
If you want,
fight
I can try.
ready to be announced.
Next up, Rowan the dragon versus Jazir, the Lord of the North.
I'm gonna get off the bench and
Jazir himself not in the war room, but
I'm gonna put my hand on Karan's shoulder and the other on Asher. Alright.
Don't kill him like this time. We've already had one death today.
some of
There's
you
no
may
blood.
die. That is the risk the right is willing to take.
Right is secretly hoping to occur is more what it sounds like.
There's no bloodthirst for me. I'm just gonna start walking up the steps.
Rowan walking up the steps through the hall towards your corner of the halls of the right arena. That feeling of the nights before your first attempt at the right. The same opponent, a different context. Remembrance of old scars. You're at the entrance of the next gate. You hear the rumble of the crowd. The gate behind you closes behind you.
Take out both of my swords, and I'm not gonna ignite the flame tongue until I walk out. I'm gonna look down at my gauntlets. Guide my hands, brother.
The right continues.
The sun is blinding on the sand as you finally see daylight again. Across the way, longsword wielding Jazir flourishes it, gets a feel for his blade, steps out into the front.
We have a rematch. Jazir, the Lord of the North, once bested in the right 2 years ago. Rowan the dragon.
As he says the dragon, I'm going to throw my sword and just ignite it.
It lights slowly up the blade. The crowd oohs and ahs at that. Cheers. Jazir kind of smiles himself. He takes some slow steps forward. Motions you forward with a hand.
Oh,
Before you get close, he sticks the sword in the dirt, walks up, hand to shake.
gonna put Lymeal's sword in my other and go in for the handshake.
Rowan, I have not been entirely forthright with you.
I have meant everything that I have said. I do have tremendous respect for you. I need for you to trust me. He looks very seriously at you. Kind of looks around at the four corners of the right. Each of the gates starting to open. Just do what they say.
What?
I have ensured the safety of everyone.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I had to make this deal.
For?
You see some soldiers marching out, unfamiliar at first, maybe the coloration similar to something that you feel like maybe you had seen. Familiar to what Bull has seen. The encampment a few miles east of Herndine. The bright blood red. The silk almost glistening in the sunlight. The bright gold adornments. Soldiers with
Everyone's gonna lean in.
long golden braided hair. Paler skin. Long ears. These helmets with towering spikes in the red and the gold, towered shields, staves with spears on, or swords on each end, double blades, march to surround. Jazir leans in close. Give them the sword, and it will be okay. When I trained in Trevane, I ran into a company of them. I wouldn't have survived if I didn't give information. I had some. Your heritage.
How did you know? Nobody knew.
My father did. When you came to the village, the sword, the wolf, your mother, I was guaranteed your safety. He unlocks arms with you and starts to take a step back.
How many are there?
Looking around, they pile in from all ends. Looking around at the top, kind of around the battlements of the arena itself. More of them glistening over the sunlight horizon. Too many to count. Cole, you recollect what Xander was able to ascertain as far as 10,000 plus that were in the encampment to the east. Rowan, the thought sinks in to look for your parents where you had seen them seated before. No longer there. Another individual. As these guards open up, power shields, double blades in hand, turn to make a tunnel as one of them walks calmly towards the center.
wearing a spiked diadem and his robes. Looks you up and down. Turns to some of the guards there. Ushering out Falzen, Ella, Evelyn. When Jazir sees Evelyn, he kind of saunters over to this figure. And you see him kind of like whisper something and like motion towards Evelyn, like almost like a not a part of the deal kind of thing. He kind of looks at him. This sun elf figure looks at Jazir. Then back to you. Motions a hand from behind him to bring them forward. Takes a few steps forward. Plants them beside him on their knees. Looking at you. Smiles. Looks you up and down. Ik travil ilaimil. For those who speak Elvish, would know it as well met, Wolf Mutt.
I'm assuming you're Kethriel.
You've heard of me.
Just recently.
Then I imagine you know what it is that I seek.
Ron's gonna look to the blade. That's right.
You are no threat to the kingdom. But if you stand in my way, I will unleash the force of the greatest army Aelos has ever seen. And you and all of your loved ones will die.
Let my family go. They have nothing to do with this.
Hand over the sword.
Only if their safety is guaranteed.
Of course.
Can I look to my mom and my dad? What are they doing?
Falzen just has his eyes down, kind of looks up at you. Ella looks up at you, shakes her head no.
And what if I don't?
Well, you die, they die, all of your friends die. Is that
This
them?
isn't rightful.
Points over up into the place where the rest of the party is sitting.
I'm not gonna look over there. This isn't rightfully yours.
Not rightfully mine. And it's rightfully a Mutt's. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. Your decision.
Let me
You
see them go. Let me see them go.
Ella, for a second. Just do it. Be done with
Let
it.
me see let my family go. I will give this to you if I see my family walk away. And it's in safe hands. I will give this to you. You have my word. I just want my family safe.
I hold all the cards here. Hand over the sword or you get to watch them be executed right now.
Rowan puts it out. Take it. I know what I am.
What is that?
I am son of no mud. And I know where I come from. This is just a symbol. Take it.
Foolish boy, you don't even know the full power of it. A symbol, yes. But a powerful weapon indeed. And you've probably never even unlocked its full potential.
I was just gonna lower his eye just a little bit.
Turns to one of the armored guards. Motions over to him. The guard marches over, slings the double blade over his back, holds out a hand.
Let my family go. Hold your end of the deal. I'm gonna look to Jasir.
Jasir nods.
Please. I'm gonna look to my parents and Evelyn. I give him the sword.
The soldier takes the sword, looks at it, and in reverence turns to face Kethrael. Kethrael, eyes light up a little bit, and takes the sword from the soldier. The Sunblade. Looks at it. The blade gleams at you through the sharp of the blade. Holds it up into the air. Only a true sun elf. Only true royalty. A pure bloodline. The royal families of the Sun Elves can harness the full power and potential of the Sunblade. It would be improper for me to not do a demonstration. Holds it up into the air. You see as the blade becomes radiant. He closes his eyes and bows his head. The sun focuses in on the blade. It seems the metal itself of the blade evaporates into a mist, replaced with just the essence of light itself in the shape of a blade. Brings the sword down. But that's not all. Holds the sword out. I'm not worried about you. Your blood is impure. There are some risks I cannot take. You see as from the tip of the blade
just quietly, this little bead, almost an atom, travels down the blade towards the hilt, and then a sunbeam that shoots through it, aimed at Ella. Falls in, tries to stand up. One of the soldiers puts the blade to his throat. He
I was gonna call Sentinel. He's making an attack on somebody else, and he's within 5 feet of me.
Magic attack.
It's an attack.
Is it a melee attack or
I don't think.
within 5 feet of who? Because he's not within 5 feet of
me.
you.
Are they within
he's not?
120 feet of the stands?
They are within 120 feet of the stands.
Dispel magic on the sword.
Wouldn't have effect on this.
It would just become a regular blade with dispel.
Not if it's an artifact.
No.
No.
Little too powerful. Anything else anybody would like to try?
So as long as there is an attack roll involved, it counts.
But they're not within 5 feet of you. They're not even within 10 feet of you.
No.
Blade unleashes the
within
energy.
60, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, you said within 120, but not within 60, right?
You guys would be within 60, actually.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna try to do hold person.
On
It'll fail,
Kethrael
though.
himself?
16 wisdom.
At this point, as you disperse some magic, one of the soldiers flips up his blade in just this spiral, and a counter spell is cast on that. What level did you cast that at, old person?
No, it was level 2. Or sorry, level 3.
Level 3 immediately fails. At that point, you get the troubling perspective. If all of the ones that are dressed as this one can do that, there's a good number of them.
Yeah.
And gleaning what you've heard from the Sun Elves and what they're used to fighting, they have a certain degree
just
of
gonna yell out
proficiency in that.
A howl. He's just gonna yell out a howl.
Ella, almost a burnt through hole in her midsection. Lifeless eyes that stare at your feet.
Is she right next to me? Where is she?
She's, again, probably about 15 feet away over near Kethrael and the other army. Kethrael, the blade returns the metal, and he smiles at you, Rowan. And you are of no concern, Ilaimil.
Monster.
And with that, we'll end the session. There's the Sun Elves.
I hate to ask for the specification again, but you said that it burnt a hole through her chest. How big?
A probably golf ball size hole through her abdomen.
Through her abdomen.
Yes, like maybe right here, solar plex.
So we're well within our ability to fix that quickly.
Assuming you can get there quickly.
I had no idea they were gonna be there. I thought
Something was gonna happen.
No.
So
The moral of the story is if you're playing with JT, don't have family because he'll either kill you with them or kill them. That's it. Like,
okay, so like I said, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some of it will come out later, but there was a lot of the tiniest little hints of that, which I'm sure we'll discuss over the coming week. That there's, yep.
I have no words.
Sorry. But
I mean, was she around when we were all talking about that huge encampment? Cole talked about that huge encampment.
I don't think you mentioned it.
I
he
did
mention it. But your immediate first thought was Trevane. Because that's what everybody was concerned about. Everyone's like, oh, it's probably Trevane, but different red and yellow. Starts to make a sense of a lot of different little things. But hindsight's 20/20.
Okay, I have a question while we're still on stream. Did the yes, he did say the goblin, Raven, did he tell Jazir that Rowan was here, or did he tell that king of the Sun Elves that Rowan was here?
You would probably get the impression that from the onset of Jazir's letters wanting Rowan to come back, that's where he had run into the Sun Elves and made a deal with them.
Man, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy.
What, Jazir?
Gonna die.
Yeah.
Not the first time. Won't be the last.
Hey, he's well intended. He didn't know that anybody would die. We'll get to it. There's still some conversation to be had about that, and we'll get to that next session on Legends of Aelos, because this encounter is still going on. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. So, with that, everybody, sorry. Another of the hints, which was probably really subtle. Somebody in a previous session said something about the most dangerous thing is an ambitious man, and Jazir himself called himself an ambitious man during just a little conversation. We'll find out what those ambitions are next time on Legends of Aelos. Don't forget !candles to get yourself some Wiccan Skull Gaming candles. Hero Forge to get yourself some Hero Forge minis. That's on the 30th of this month. Is still a chance to get $5 off on colored printed minis for that. And then also Discord to come hang out with us on Discord. And we're gonna have some aftercare now, because love you guys. Sorry. All right, Discord, come hang out and chatter up about all this. Stick around. We're gonna show somebody some love for a raid. Sorry, not sorry. Man's gotta do what a man's gotta do. We'll see how it plays out. Could be a good thing. Question mark. Hey, stick around. We're gonna do a raid and show somebody some love. I love you guys. I love you, and that's why I hurt you. Dude.